Good Sunday morning here at Ice Age TV. Geez, lately, people probably say, aren't you calling your channel now EV Age? The electric vehicle age? So, a little windy out here, but what's going on today, right? It's a Sunday morning car meet. And what are we going to drive today, right? Somebody be like, man, wow, challenges in your life. Having to figure out which vehicle you're going to drive, which it's been going on for many years. This isn't anything new. I just started showing myself on a channel where people kind of see how crazy I am. I mean, oh my gosh, if I would have started videoing 20 years ago, I'd probably have 1,000 videos or more of car deals. And people would be like, yeah, well, if you're following my channel and you've seen I've bought 6 cars, yeah, I know. My goal a year ago, due to the pandemic, was to get rid of a ton of cars. And if you do look around, I can show you pictures from a year ago. There was a ton of vehicles in here. And so I did get rid of a lot of vehicles. And yesterday, if you're watching my videos, I did a 2-for-1. So there used to be an Expedition over there, red. And there used to be in front of my house a green Explorer. That's gone. And yeah, so anyways. Yeah, so what are we doing today, right? Well, first thing is, we've got the new Mach E, number 2. And is she charged up? She's charged up. Now here's the dilemma. I mean, not like it's a problem for me being, yeah, okay. Yeah, you got challenges, right? Oh, gee, your car battery isn't charged. Gee, wow, what a challenge. Can you drive your Bronco? Uh-huh. So now, let's take the plug that I put in. I should say the actual outlet to plug it in. So let's look at this one here, because I ran this thing down low yesterday. So yeah, so that right there, to be fully charged, we're probably a good 6 hours out on that. But it's not a big deal, because guess what? I think it's Mach E, Mach 1 day. You may say, Mach E, Mach 1 day, what do you mean? Well, see that vehicle back there? Yeah, I think I'm going to pull that out, pull this one out, and we're going to make it the Mustang Mach Day at the car show. So follow me along. Wow, Skir. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm letting my daughter drive this, and I'm trying to drive that electric vehicle. Come on, man. She should be driving that. Right? Oh my gosh. Alrighty, here we go. Turned off so the kid gets in it, doesn't go anywhere. Wow, so what's really interesting is this stealth gray, fighter gray, really now makes that car look white. When that car's by itself, it doesn't look like a strong white. And so all right, kid is in Mach 1. So the wife, I'm telling the wife, hey, do you like blue? She's like, no, I don't like the blue one you have. So no, you're not taking mine you bought me. Dang it. Because I would have bought that before I bought the blue one, but no offense to any blue people. It's cool. All right, follow along in the Sunday morning conversations and car meet. I got information for you if you don't follow me other videos. So let's get in this little bad boy here. And did I even drive this? I did drive this. That's right, I did. All right, starting her up, right? I'm going to push my little seat thing because the wife's primary car. Got the kid over there. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. So this vehicle has what sounds like an engine in it. Exhaust. I mean, oh my gosh. Crazy. Is this crazy? You know what I should do? I should have grabbed some cleaner for the car. Oh well. Just too much going on in my life. It's just like, yeah. I mean, I know some people watching videos like, yeah, you just buy cars all the time. Yeah, right, I do, but not all the time, dude. But I do other things too, you know. Yeah, this just all magically appeared. Yeah, right. Now here's the good old gate. My gate drives you nuts. There it goes. Sleepy gate. So, got the one pedal drive on. Got my unbridled, or do I? So, ambient. Oh, I turned it off. What's going on? Interesting. Hold on here. So, it went away. What's that all about? Oh, did one pedal driving change it? No, this is interesting. Very interesting. Oops, I gotta put my... So that went away. What's that all about? Some of you probably watching my video, maybe, that's a Mach E person will be like, yeah, you did this or did that. So, I got the steering wheel totally not adjusted for me, which that kind of sucks, right? Mine's usually down. Probably doesn't move. Yeah, it moves. Yeah, my wife's total driving position and body posture is like so opposite of me. Hey, and we know that story, right? But that's crazy. So I had it, but then I lost it because the 91 kilowatt battery. My understanding is that's what you get in that vehicle. There's the daughter back there. Now keep in mind, now before I parked these two vehicles next to each other, I really thought that these vehicles, this car had a little darker color, you know, white, the space white. You know, I've never even looked at the manufacturer sticker on this car for the name of this paint, and the salesman made a reference of space white. And so I don't know. I mean, what's interesting here is, yeah, why don't you look at the freaking sticker? I know, it's just too much going on. There's just so much going on. When I buy these cars, this is not an easy thing to happen. You have no idea the relationships I have with dealers. The average person's not going to accomplish what I get done. And I'm not bragging. It's just, you know, for all the vehicles I've bought, I have relationships with people. And for the most part, it's no, you're not getting another vehicle, man. You're not getting another vehicle. So, yeah, I have relationships with certain people that make this work. And thank you very much for those that are involved in this, because they're giving me an opportunity in my lifetime to have a lot of really cool vehicles. And that's been my goal in my life, is to own different really neat vehicles. And, you know, kind of reference back to my daughter, you know, she by no means was asking to drive that car. She's very actually nervous. And I'll tell you that straight now, right up. My daughter, that crash that she was involved in, that was a life changer for her. But you know what? On the person life, you make something bad and make it better. You have to. You know, that's the challenge in life. Whatever happens to you in a bad way, you got to try to overcome that and make it in a good way. And I can only hope and pray that crash, which she'll tell you, it taught her a lot. And I explained to that many times when she started driving that car, that until you crash, you do not understand. You just don't get it. Once you're in a car crash, you begin to understand, you know, wow, you know, that's huge. So, you know, so the good news is I feel very confident that has really opened her eyes up. And, you know, there's stories of things happening much worse than what happened to my daughter. You know, there's parents that don't have a child this morning, or a child doesn't have a mom or dad this morning, or a brother or sister don't have a brother or sister anymore. I mean, let's go on and on and on, because people die in these vehicles every day. And where we are today, more than ever, people drive like crazy. And these people don't get it. When you do hit something, it hurts. And what's really incredible that I think there should be billboards up around roads and highways that you do go to jail if your vehicle kills somebody. I mean, I know of people personally that have gone to prison for 10 to 15 years for involuntary manslaughter in their vehicle. And I think people totally forget about that. And I talk about this a lot in my videos about road behaviors. And yeah, I'm not the perfect driver. I'm not going to say, oh, I've seen you kind of get into it. Yeah, I do. But I've been on the road a long time, and I know a lot of things about the roads. But yeah, it doesn't give me a pass. I don't disagree with that. But at the same time, I'm witnessing people on a 2-lane road where a guy drives down the shoulder coming towards me on my side of the road and goes by me and then cuts behind me back into his direction of the road. I mean, I live on the road, so I see a lot of things. And I just see a lot of bad behaviors. And that's why I talk about this to people, because more than ever, we're witnessing people really abuse the roads and their driving privileges. And you will lose your license. So, I know older people watch my videos like, yeah. But I'm just hoping younger people that watch my video, they really grasp, which I tell my daughter all the time, is, there's millionaires that are in jail. There's millionaires that don't have a driver's license. I don't care how much money you are or how special you are. If you screw up big enough, you can't get yourself out of that situation. That's what I tell people all the time, and I have friends, family. It's like, I can help people, and I do help people. But when it gets to the law part of it, I'm out. Just like I tell people, when you go to the doctor and they tell you have terminal cancer, okay, yeah, like your friend's gonna fix that? No. So, the message is try to behave yourself, because more than ever, people are getting really nasty on these roads, and it's bad. And once again, the only reason I'm talking about this is I've been on the roads now, since the 80s. I started driving back in 1979. Yeah, how old am I? And I've lived around this beltway since 1980 in the Virginia, D.C. area, and it's insane what goes on now today that, didn't go on 40 years ago. It wasn't like people didn't drive crazy back then, but I mean, it's on a whole different level. All right, so, hey, let's change up the subject here with the daughter in the Mach-E, or no, duh, the Mach 1. I haven't had coffee. I mean, I need my coffee. I need my breakfast. And so, yeah, here we are taking the Mach-E, I should have said, in the Mach 1 to the car show. And what's incredible is this past week, as you know, I mean, come on, this past week, I bought a Mach 1, and that kind of played out, as you know, watching all my videos. But I never, yesterday morning when I got out of bed to go to work, it's like the energy thing. It's like I was in a certain area yesterday that I'm not usually on a Saturday. I despise being on the roads on Saturdays and Sundays because the traffic is a joke. So I try to stay off the roads on Saturday, Sundays, but I don't. I have to work and take care of things. So when I woke up yesterday morning at this time, I should say, I was driving down the road this time yesterday, did I think I'd be driving a space white, pretty sure that's what it's called, space white Mach-E, GT, PE? I mean, too many abbreviations, right? Good Lord. No, so this is just incredible. Yeah, are you tired of hearing the wow, okay, get it. So, I don't know what videos people watch, meaning I think some people are attracted to the videos of this, then other people watch that video, and so it kind of gets redundant, I think, if somebody's following every video I post. But oh my gosh, I can't emphasize that I am learning so much what's going behind the scenes in the automotive industry. I mean, a lot of things are happening, and I only feel, obligated as a person to share information because people don't have the contacts that I have where I can kind of get information out of people that they don't want to disclose. I mean, you have to realize that dealerships don't want to really talk much about the possible negative. And right now, I think more than ever, the dealerships, new car dealerships, and I'm not really, tied in with the used car dealerships. I really don't know that circumstances for them, but I would think it'd be proportional, just on what's going on in the market. But on the new car side, it's getting worse. And even though if you really follow the car trends and markets and read things, from late last year, they did speculate that possibly the first and second quarter of this year could be worse than the third and fourth quarter of last year. Well, yeah, it's happened. I mean, it's radical. It's radical to the point that these new car dealers, they are not, wow, we got a great show. Got a lot of people there. These new car dealers are not getting their inventories. And I mean, to the point that these dealerships, these bigger car dealerships that usually have I'll say conservative 500 cars, but they're telling me they have 800 to 1,000 plus cars, 1,100 cars. And what I'm hearing from them is they're now down to 150 cars between the used cars and new cars, meaning here's a nice Challenger, wide body. Scat Pack, we'll see here shortly. Got a bunch of cars going in. And so, what they're telling me is in all of their career, these are guys who've been in their career. These are guys my age and older that have been in this industry for, their whole life. And they've never ever have gone through what we're getting ready to go through, where it's going to be, they don't have any new cars to sell. They may have 20 new cars, 30 new cars for the month. And what people don't understand is these mega dealers, they move 500 cars in a month. Some mega dealers move 1,000 cars in a month. Just an okay dealer moves 200-300 cars a month. Okay, so if you have 150 cars of total inventory in your dealership and you're a 500-month car dealership, how does that work? I mean, that's like telling me, or I should say telling you, that your 40-hour work week now will be 10-hour work week, and that's how much money you're going to make. I mean, that's radical. If I told you right now, I'm your boss, hey, you're not getting your 40-hour work week now, you get 10-hour paid work week. You'd be like, I'm done. I am done. So this is radical, but it's just now starting to happen. So, we haven't seen the ramifications of what's going on because it's just now beginning. And I talked about this late last year and the first part of this year, that I think we're going to start to see some change in this country and economy because so many things are playing out at the end of last year, going into the first this year, but you're not going to see it within 30 days. It just doesn't, you don't see radical change in 30 days. It takes months, to start to see what's playing out. So, hey, I'm at Panera. I'm going to get breakfast and coffee so I can even get more revved up to talk to you, right? Sunday morning conversations. All right, we're leaving Panera now, and there's Leo, who's a really great guy, and he's a Ford guy, and we hang out with him every Sunday. We're running a little later this morning, I wonder why. So I'm just getting to go hang out at the meet, because the meet will start getting pretty busy. A lot of people start taking spots, because this is the first real nice day, the first part of the year, as far as going through all the winter months. The goal is to share with people, hey, you need to wake up and realize if you think the good old days of going to the car dealership and there's, tons of new cars in the car lot and there's huge discounts, it's like those days for the moment are gone. And are those days gone for good? You have to wonder, because if you start to look at the business models of manufacturers that now are seeing incredible profits due to, the dealers pumping out cars, every one of them that they deliver pretty much gets sold. And is the manufacturer stepping back and looking at Tesla? People, if you're a Tesla person, you understand that Tesla doesn't have mega car dealerships and, vehicles sitting all over the place. You got to order them and wait a while to get it. And, who's the richest car automotive company, even though I think it's a computer company? I don't think Tesla's a car company. It's a computer company. And if you look at that, who's the richest company in the world? I mean, it's Tesla. I mean, I think at one point it was just about worth more than Amazon. I could be wrong on that, but whole point is, here's a business model of a manufacturer of vehicles that has no major dealer infrastructure. And I know there's so many variables that I get all that. I don't have to go all into it. But the whole point is, are the manufacturers, going to go a different direction to the Tesla model? Here we are. Let's reverse the camera. All right, so here we are. And, being it's 52 degrees out and a sunny day. Hey, I'll get that panorama roof. Versus it being, 30 degrees out and raining. And here's some Mustang guys. So we got that. And we got a good showing today. This is nice. Got a good crowd. Got the Ice Age up. There's a bullet. Wow. Daughter would be like, oh, Dad. So there's that would have been me. That's what we used to have. And you can see people are a little bundled up. Geez, did I dress warm enough? And there's a guy in t-shirt. And, you got a lot of the regulars. So that's nice. And, it's nice. It's Florida Core. They haven't got an attitude and everybody here. And, say, get the heck out of here because we're not intruding their space because they're not open yet. So what's nice is we're here from 9 to 11 and people leave, and I get it. If people stay there all day, that would be a problem. So now where are we going to park? We may be back further than we want to be. I don't know. Is there any parking spots down here? We'll kind of keep on looking. Hey, you got some trucks here. That's a nice change up. There is Toyota 86, whatever you call it. Got a lot of foreign cars this time. Got a pretty good mix here, which is pretty cool. See that there? Yeah, that's nice. So, we got the Mustangs right here. So the question is, is he going there? Let's see. Yep, he's going right there. So we can go right down here. We'll go right here. Wow, Skur. Hey, look at the parking lot. I barely even took any pictures, took the video, but oh my gosh, another great Sunday morning car meet. Some really, good information. I spent a lot of time with a bunch of people explaining about my new Mach E, and here's the interesting thing. I brought my Mach E here today because I'm just so, excited about this vehicle with the technology and learning about it that I just felt like I could, share that, enthusiasm and hopefully help others. And, and meanwhile, the Mach 1, daughter drove that. She kind of did her thing as I yabba dabba dooed, as anybody who watches my videos would be watch this now, like, yeah, he can talk. He's a talker. So it's just I enjoy sharing information and hopefully we all learn from one another. And what's really, really neat is I met this really nice gentleman that came over right from the get-go when I parked this car. And I told him I'd mention him in my video. And it's really cool is, I'm a motorhead. And some people are like, oh my God, you're now an electric vehicle. And, it's all about the experience of different vehicles and technology. And, it's not about the green movement for me. It's more about the experience and learning. And so this gentleman came up that was intrigued on my Mach E and Mach 1. And it was really great because he shared some really good information because he's been, had the privilege in my eyes to have contacts and friends that have these driving schools throughout the country. And he got to go to one of these driving school events and he was able to drive the GT500 and the Corvette C8 and the Hellcat. So, I brought up to him, hey, I'm a Corvette guy for so many years. And I made a video of the C8. I was disappointed that, it didn't fit the seat of my pants. And, and he was like, wow, I can really relate with that. He said, I had experience. And he's like, all those cars are fun. He really likes the GT500. And he really likes that C8 Corvette. But he kind of could relate with me on that, mixed feelings about that car. And he said at the end of the day of him driving all these really nice cars, performance cars, he looked at the course instructors and the race drivers
And he said, what, these 4 vehicles, the Hellcat, the GT500, the C8, and I don't know, he said like maybe an Audi A8 or something. I'm not, or some other German-built car, which is your favorite? And each one of these race car guys was like the C8 Corvette. And he was like, but why? Why do you say that? And they said, because that's a vehicle you have to drive the car. And I was like, wow, that is a really good statement. I was thinking, he hit it on the head, because that's what that C8 does radiate. You're not going to be able to kind of not be a great driver and drive that vehicle. These other cars have all this technology in the vehicles where they can kind of help you, get through your mistakes. And that C8, they love that C8 vehicle because it's really a driver's, racer's style car. So, I thought that was good information. And for anybody that follows my channel, I think that I'd be amazed if any of the C8 Corvette guys subscribed to my channel, as I've made many videos, that they have nothing to do with the C8. But at the same time, I've referenced that car because I know a lot of the Corvette guys took it as, an insult, and that wasn't the reason to post the video. And I think just having that conversation this morning, that really was a good conversation. And then meanwhile, other people kind of walked up, and I was more than happy to share my information on the Mach-E electric vehicle, because, even though the Mach-E's been out now over a year, it's still a very new product in the market. It's not very dominant, and it's a challenge to get them. So I spent a lot of time explaining to others, what the product is. And, and what's interesting, some of the people, you kind of get the feeling, they like the electric vehicle. Others, you kind of can feel like, yeah, it's, it's such smoke and mirrors that it's not the vehicle that's going to save the world, and I get all that too. And, and as I tell people, I said, I bought the vehicle for what drives me, which is the excitement of getting the vehicle and learning the vehicle and the way the vehicle rides, and, and all the other things attached to it. That isn't really the driving factor, even though, $4.50 $5 gas, since I've owned my Grabber Blue Mach-E, it's going to get complicated. It's going to get complicated. If I'm a guy who just starts talking, hey, my Mach, drove my Mach today. Anybody that knows me, be like, did you drive your Mach-E? Yeah, I drove my Mach-E. Well, did you drive the blue one or the space white one? No, wait a second. I drove my Mach 1, the stealth fighter jet gray one. Yeah. All right, next conversation, right? So, going back to the excitement of the day, was more focused on this electric vehicle more than the Mach 1, even though a lot of people had come up and had a lot of great compliments. And it's cold. It was just so windy and cold. Yeah, burr. And as usual, I end up kind of hanging out and talking with some really nice people that live around the area. And, we have lots of conversations about cars and motorcycles, so it is a really good, it really is a good time. So once again, anybody kind of out there on a Sunday morning in the General Leesburg area that is a car enthusiast, it's kind of nice to come by and walk around and look, because there is a good mixture of a lot of nice, ICE vehicles, retro, and you meet some people and you learn information. That's, to me, what it's all about, more than ever in our lifetime. Think about how much technology is on our doorstep. It's incredible to think where we are today with the computers in these vehicles and, where it's going. It's just incredible. Even to the point, it can be borderline aggravating. If you're a person, I know. I hear you. Some people are like, I just don't want all that technology. And I get that. Sincerely, I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. It can to the point be aggravating. Like this car here, when it first parked at the show, it already has enabled, once you get X amount of feet away from the car locks it down, and then the alarm starts going off. So this morning, I didn't deactivate that. And so, the car alarm's going off, the car is locking. Finally, even me, I got to get in the car, I got to go through all the screens, I got to find the field to disable that. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I can totally get a lot of people like, man, I just want the key. I just want to turn on the ignition. I want to hear that engine roar come roaring to life and get on down the road and go buy my $5 gas. And that's what I was going to say a moment ago. Just for me, yeah, you bought it for the gas reasons, right? Well, yeah, okay. Well, okay, let's say I did, right? Let's just say I did. So I average daily buying about $50 of gas because I drive, a good 150 miles. Some days 100 miles, some days 200 miles. So if I'm driving my Bronco that gets like 17 miles a gallon, or I'm driving my big diesel truck that gets like 14, 15, I'm pretty much at $50 a day purchases. And now owning my Grabber Blue vehicle, if you just say, okay, for 7 days I drove that, that's $350, conservative number saved in 1 week. For me, you're talking about, $1,300 savings in fuel. That's not going to happen because I'm such a motorhead. I'm still going to want to drive my ICE vehicles. I mean, I did not buy this vehicle to get rid of my ICE vehicles. Oh, yeah, you did. You just got rid of 2 of your other ones. Yeah, that's a financial commitment, financial decision. Plus for the wife, let me tell you right now, and I support her. If I called her yesterday, hey, I'm buying another car and I'm going to add it to the fleet, she by all means has the right just to go, go off on me like never seen. Instead of the conversation, hey, honey, we're going to get rid of 2 for 1 and save us a lot of money. And now I'm driving the car I bought that I really like, and guess who wants it? Yeah, my wife. Yeah, I was kind of over and she'd say, I really like the Grabber Blue. I want the Grabber Blue. So, anyways, great car show for me this past week. What a week. I mean, think about this. Just this past week, oh my gosh, I picked up the Mach 1 on, I believe, Wednesday night. I can't even keep track. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was Wednesday night. And not even yesterday getting out of bed thinking I'd be owning a second Mach E GT. I mean, oh my gosh. And then really this past week, more than ever, really, solidifying the car market's really changing. I can't emphasize enough that the car market's changing, and I don't think it's for the better. I think it's for the worse. You have to say, is that radiating into the car? I should say the motorcycle business. Is that radiating into the boat business? Is that radiating into the RV business? And let me clarify that. The gas prices are starting to change the direction of this country. I think there's a lot more than that going on personally, because the government assistance from the pandemic has ended. I think there's a lot of things going on. I've talked about this numerous times in my videos to really get a handle on and grasp what's going on. The media, I don't trust the media. So I think it's very dangerous to listen to that all day long. But at the same time, for me personally, I'm personally witnessing and I'm personally talking to people, and change is happening. And, it isn't, oh my gosh, we're selling so many cars. It's, oh my gosh, we don't have enough cars to sell. And it's also, it seems like the consumers are starting to kind of get smart, and or financially they're just strung out. They're not able to go do what they used to be able to do. And that's what I mean. There's like my boat. I have a boat in Florida. Yeah, I got a boat in Florida. And my brother and dad use it all the time. And the marina gas price down there is $5.50 a gallon. And you just know $5.50 gas from what used to be $3.50 gas, $2 more a gallon at the marina. That's a lot of money when you put 100 gallons in your boat. So does that start to pull people back that we're going to buy a boat? The RV person, oh my gosh, those gas-driven RVs, those things are gas hogs. Yesterday, the GM at the dealership has instructed everyone to get these big gas guzzling vehicles off the lot as soon as possible, because they see, he sees the writing on the wall that the market is changing and people are going to want more fuel efficient vehicles and electric vehicles. And what's so unfortunate is, the media is presenting to a lot of people, go buy an electric vehicle. There's so much behind that. It's foolish, because there's not enough electric vehicles being built fast enough. And even people wanted to, buy an electric vehicle. And at the same time, electric vehicles aren't cheap. And another variable is how you charge them. There's so many things to that. You'd be better off just buying a really good fuel efficient vehicle, really, that you got a good deal on. So, the message there is the car market is trying to change on what vehicle people are starting to prefer. And due to the gas prices, it's turning it into a more fuel efficient vehicle. Meaning, for anybody that has these big gas guzzler vehicles, they're on the fence to get rid of them. You better start making your decision, because if the $4.55 gas sticks around, you're probably have a challenge selling a vehicle. And if anything, you're going to probably end up, taking a beating on the actual, value of the vehicle, because people aren't going to want them. I mean, there's just so many things going on. And for me, I'm kind of wrapping it up here, getting back home, and I got plenty of other projects to do. But I hope this Sunday morning conversations kind of help you out on, evaluating what's going on in your life. And hopefully my enthusiasm, kind of gives you a feeling of, hey, yeah, the electric vehicles are something that I'd like to look into, or nah, I'm still an ICE person, or, hey, it's good to know that if I want to get a new car, I should now start planning ahead more, longer. I should think to myself, I'm going to buy a new car maybe later this year, but I think that it would be wise to maybe get in place to order one to get it, versus thinking, oh, by the end of the year, the manufacturers going to ramp back up and supply chains won't be a problem. But unbeknownst to you, Ford doesn't have new car inventory anymore. So you'll be like walking in a dealership this fall when things have changed and production kind of gets revamped back up. And you'll be like, wait a second, you mean you have no cars here? And I never made an order. So just once again, hopefully information I'm sharing with you helps you make better decisions and learns from it. And I just hope everybody has a great, blessed Sunday. And I really appreciate you watching my videos, and hit subscribe. Thanks for watching Ice HTV. So if anybody thinks it's piped in through the speakers, it's not. Oh, look. No, see, look. Oh, my goodness, technology. But I got to figure out what the hell that is. What the hell is that all about? It's just that, jeez. I don't know. A whole different ball game. All right. Well, there you go. Technology. Are you going nutty yet? Where's just a good old, take a key and plug it in the side of your car here and turn it on, right? And push down the gas pedal. Yeah. I never finished up my official Ford Bronco mud flaps, even though I like the way the rear mud flaps look. But I got mud flaps for that vehicle, got mud flaps for that vehicle. I've got rollback covers coming in for those vehicles. And then, hey, yeah, I got property, right? Yeah, is the grass starting to grow? Yeah, it's starting to grow a little bit. But the never-ending projects, man, that's what it's all about, right?